What's going on, Ravens flock? I want to welcome you to our new channel here called Flock News. We're really excited about this. We're starting a new channel on YouTube just to follow the Ravens. We're going to talk everything Ravens, from game previews, game summaries, what we thought went well with the games, what didn't go well, as we make this move towards the Super Bowl. And we're also going to reach outside the box of just talking about Ravens players and things like that. We're going to talk about the fan experiences, talk about fans in general, M&T Bank Stadium, tailgate scenarios. We're going to jump into a bunch of new subjects, and we just hope you hit that subscribe button and follow us along in this new journey that we're going to be set on. First couple episodes, we're going to talk about the coronavirus. Is going to be one of the first episodes, and then another episode early on we're going to discuss is Chinese jerseys versus, the store-bought jerseys here in the U.S. The differences between them. Obviously, price is one of them. How to go about purchasing them, and we're going to get into details, and I'll show you. I have one that's scheduled to be here Tuesday. I'm excited how that's going to turn out and look, and we'll talk about that. We don't watch other YouTube channels, so I don't know what the other guys are saying or other girls are saying about the Ravens. I don't try to mock what they're doing. I want to be my own guy, my own flavor to this channel. So like I said, we're going to be all over the place. I may hit a subject that somebody else is talking about, but believe me, I'm not stealing their thunder or jumping on what they're trying to do. I'm trying to build something unique here. A little bit about myself. Age-wise, I got to tell you my age just because how it relates to being a fan. I'm going to be 50 this summer. And the reason I'm saying that is when I grew up, number one, I'm from Maryland. Got the tattoo, the whole deal's here. Marylander for life. But when I grew up, we had the Colts. And the thing about the Colts is when I was young, it wasn't the Johnny Unitas Super Bowl, winning seasons type of deal there. It was the train wreck Colts, the 2-14 Colts, the 3-13 Colts. And I guess looking back, the beauty of it is that since I grew up with that atmosphere of winning just wasn't going to happen, I used to have to look for the little things in life to get by as far as the Colts go. If they scored a couple touchdowns, you were happy, you were excited, because you knew they weren't going to win. And the reason I'm bringing that up is it kind of really, and you're going to learn this as we go on with the channel, my outlook on the Ravens may not be the typical outlook that you're going to hear, my comments, my opinions. And what I'm trying to say is when you grew up watching a 2-14 team, and then you have a Ravens team that say is 8-8, you look at it a little bit different, because you're like 8-8. Does it stink? Yeah, it stinks. But we're close. It means you're in the neighborhood of building that next dynasty or building that next winning team and making that push for the playoffs. Whereas where I came back from in the old days, that wasn't even heard of, the playoffs. You knew. After the whistle blew in game one, your season was done with the Colts. So I have a different outlook on the Ravens. In my videos, I'm going to give you my opinion, and then I'm going to ask you to share your opinion in the comments, because I'm not the end-all, be-all. I'm just going to give you my 2 cents, and we're going to talk about some stuff. But I want to hear your feedback as well in the comments section, and on how you feel about the subjects. As far as the hat goes, took the name Ravens Ring Man. My son thought that would be an appropriate name, and obviously, ring on the hat, and then I am man for now. I can change that if I want. Ravens Ring Man, and the hat. Hat goes back to Super Bowl 47. I was very fortunate enough to get to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not Richie Rich or a mega millionaire or anything like that, by no means. And my father paid for tickets for my brother and I to go down and see the game. And what he told us at the time, and it was, believe me, one of the best surprises of my life, he called it a chance of a lifetime experience. And it ended up being that way. So when we went on the Super Bowl trip, there was 2 guys. I think there was a 49ers hat. I saw one individual that had the ring hat, and then there was a Raven guy that had the initial 2000 championship ring hat. So I took some pictures and sent it back to my mother, and she started doing some digging. And basically, she found out who she thought was making the hats, sent them a check for pretty penny. I'm not going to tell you how much it was. Pretty penny. And then waited. And, you know, when I heard this, I'm like, Mom, you probably just wrote that check to some redneck in Alabama and you're never going to see that money. Well, 3 months later, 2 months later, box shows up and she had this hat on. And I about lost my mind. So got on the phone, did my order, and it took about, I want to say 9-10 months before my hat showed up. So that's the background on the hats. If they're still making them, I'm not sure. They're very hard to get a hold of. So I can't help you on that, but that's the history behind the hat. The fact that I did go to the Super Bowl, and, you know, I'm very proud of that time. That's it for the intros here, folks. Jump on board, hit that subscribe button. First couple episodes, like I said, we're going to talk about the coronavirus. These are going to be football this year, and my opinion on that, and how's that going to look like. And a lot of people are curious, you know, how's this going to play out as far as the fan experience, and are we going to actually be able to attend football games? So we're going to discuss that in the first episode. And then we're going to talk about the China jerseys. Like I said, I got one coming Tuesday. It's a different look, very unique look. And I'm curious how it turns out, because it could look, you know, junky or weird, and it'll go right into the trash. So remember, folks, when there's flocking news, watch Flock News.